Good evening. This discussion is previous evaluations, new judgments for week 7. And the discussion question is this. Assume that you have just accepted the assignment as the principal of a building in a new district. Will you read the summative evaluations of the teachers completed by the previous principal? Why or why not? And if we do read them, in what ways, if at all, will they factor into how you assess teachers' performance during the upcoming year? So to read or not to read? For me, as a new administrator in a building, I would like to make my own judgments on the staff before reading or hearing someone else's view. Just as we would as teachers, we kind of don't want to hear about the naughty kids or the low kids or even the high kids. We want to make our own judgments and look at our own data before we take into account others' opinions. So I know I'll have my own vision for the school and my own goals for the staff and the students. I don't want to change those dramatically from previous administrations, but I would like to implement my own ideas and vision. So these goals may or may not coincide with the previous leadership. What I would want to do is make initial visits to each teacher to make my own observations and notes. And then if I see something that's concerning or I feel that the teacher will need to make improvements on, then I would look at previous evaluations. I can look for what their goals were for the previous year and what steps were taken to aid them. And so the impact would be this. It would be based on what improvements or declines that the teacher shows throughout the year. The teacher may have the same goals from the previous year if I felt that the right supports or directives were not given. And if the supports were given but improvements were not adequate, then different goals need to be set. There needs to be support and directives that lead the teachers to success. This is the same thinking that we use for our students, so we need to have the same for our teachers. So thank you very much. That is the end of my discussion.